Wiki Women Skill Up Workshop 2026 is live, and we can't wait to have them. It's Valentine's Day, and we really want you guys to have the best Valentine's experience. Thank you very much. Would wait for others to join. Kindly tell your community members. Africa Wiki Women Skill Up Workshop February edition 2026 is live. Thank you. All right. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we're just 8 persons on the call at the moment, and um, while we wait for others to join, for the few of us that are currently on the call at this moment, let's try to introduce ourselves. Let's get to know each other while we wait for others. So I'd like to know who's going to be the first person to go. Your name, where you've joined from this afternoon or this evening, if it's evening where you are, if it's afternoon where you are, if it's morning where you are. Where have you joined us from today? Your name and where you have joined from. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to the comment section right now to check. Let's have it. Would like to welcome you while we wait for others to join us. Okay, we're 12 on the call already. 12. Beautiful. Please continue to invite your community members. Tell them we are live. We are live. We're about to kickstart a Valentine's Day with Africa Wiki Women. Okay? And we don't want you guys to come late to the date. All right, so let's have it. Where have you joined us from this beautiful afternoon or evening? Whatever the time here is where you're joining from. Your name and where you've joined from. Okay, so I'm waiting. I'm in the chat, waiting. Okay, so okay, um, okay. Oh, beautiful. Oh, okay. Adinka from Nigeria. Thank you, Adinka. Maureen Owusu Ade. Maureen, good to have you here today from Ghana, coming from US right now. Welcome on board. We have Amelia Modestos joining from Tanzania. Amelia, you're most welcome. We have Kelazi Charles from Uganda. Thank you very much for joining us today. Hannah from Benue State, Nigeria. Happy Valentine's Day to you, Africa Wiki Women. Happy Valentine's Day to you, to Han. Thank you. Wow, you're happy to be in this community. Thank you. We have Moheng from Botswana. Moheng, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. and Veronica joining from Kenya. Veronica, thank you for joining. You're welcome. Dehana joining from Tanzania. Okay, this is the second person we have from Tanzania. Thank you very much, Diana, for joining us today. You're most welcome. Okay, let's keep it coming. Um, Please do well to invite your community members, a fellow Wikimedian who's supposed to be here. Tell them we're about to start, the Valentine's date, we're about to start. Thank you very much. Okay, I can see Ngozi Ozochukwu just joined us. Welcome, Madam Ngozi Ozochukwu. I'm thinking, and I hope I pronounced that name correctly. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Okay, if you're just joining us, what we're doing right now, we're introducing ourselves, we're trying to know each other. So kindly drop your name and where you have joined from in the chat. We would like to welcome you officially to the first Africa Wiki Women Skill Up Workshop in 2026. Okay. Okay, we have Ngozi Ozu Chukwu joining from Anambra, Nigeria. Thank you, Madam Ngozi. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, this is 10 minutes past 12 p.m. UTC, and we still have quite, a little percentage of people on the core compared to the number we have on the Meta page who registered for this event. So please do well to remind someone in your community, someone you've actually told about the workshop that we are live and we're waiting for them. Oh, we have Boniface. Okay. We have Boniface at Wembere from Ibanda, Uganda. I hope I tried with the pronunciation of that name. Thank you, Boniface, for joining us today. Thank you. You're most welcome. Today's session is really one that I think every Wikimedian within the Africa Wiki Women community should not miss for anything. And that was why we called it Having a Date with Africa Wiki Women on Valentine's Day. It's a really, really important and crucial topic we want to dissect today. One that every Wikimedian, especially if you contribute to Wikipedia, should have a perfect understanding of. A lot of people have, fall short of this particular, issue when it comes to Wikipedia policies. And that is why, based on your request, we decided, to bring this particular session as a first workshop in the year 2026 to enable us to have a deeper, a more, in-depth understanding of Wikipedia policies as Wikimedian, as Wikipedian. Okay, we have Aldo Margaret from Uganda. Thank you, Margaret, for joining us today. You're most welcome. All right. Without further ado, I'd like us to kickstart. Once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Africa Wiki Women. Once again, everyone, welcome to the Africa Wiki Women Skill Up Workshop. If you are here at this time listening to me, hearing my voice from any part of the world, this is the first workshop the Africa Wiki Women is organizing in the year 2026. And it's such a privilege. It is an honor to be your moderator for today's event. I'm so happy and delighted to welcome you on board this afternoon. I remain your moderator, your friend, Oluwapelumi Tosin. Welcome one, welcome all. So without further ado, would like to go straight into the next agenda for today's event. And what we have on the agenda at this moment is the icebreaker session. And ladies and gentlemen, Wikimedians, please with a clapping ovation in the comment section. I'd like to welcome Anne Veronica to take the microphone from me and moderate the icebreaker session. Anne Veronica, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that opportunity, and I hope everyone can hear me. Well, I am going to take you through the ice-breaking session, and this is just to get to know how well you are aware of this Wikipedia policies, and so that we know by the time our speaker is coming on board, what we are talking about and who we are also looking to address. So sorry, I could not have turned my video earlier. This is me, I'm Anne Veronica from Kenya. So without further ado, let's get into it. And we are going to do this step by step with you guys because it requires everyone to join, everyone to contribute at the same pace sorry for that. So I hope everyone can see my screen as of now.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Thank you so much. So I would require everyone to open a new tab on their browser. Type menti.com is on over here, or you can scan the QR code over here. You can scan the QR code, but I'd like everyone to type menti.com on the new tab in the browser and use this code to join. I'll give you time to do that because it might take a while. If you're having problem doing that, kindly let me know in the chat so that we can guide you through it. I hope you still are managing to join. And I also hope you can see my screens to the ones who need to see my to scan and access the code. The code is 8607535783. Let me copy it in the chat. The code is 86075783. I have typed it in the chat. Let me know that you can access it. And I hope by now everyone has been able to join our tiny ice-breaking exercise. I have very few people joined. I only have 2 joined, while I need a little bit more. So let me know whether you're having issues accessing it, and I can guide you through it. And I also hope that you guys are not getting in trouble joining. Yes, I have 1 more person. Thank you so much. Kindly continue joining. We're going to wait for 5. Thank you. I can see that you are managing to join. The code. Sorry, Margaret, I said that we are required to open a new tab on our browser. Type menti.com. Let me type it here, menti.com. It's going to ask you for a code. Sorry, Margaret. Yes, you can also join with the link that Adeinka has shared. Margaret, let me know whether you are able to access the menti.com. And after typing menti.com on your browser, type the code that I have shared on the chat. The code is 86075783. Adini, if your device can't scan, follow the procedure that I've shared. Go to your browser, open another tab, type menti.com. I have typed it in the chat. You can also copy and paste. It's going to ask for a code. And once you're there, type the code. Thank you, Margaret. Thank God you're there. You managed to get there. Type the code. The code is 86075783. I have 8 people here. I have 8 people who have joined. We are 17 participants, so I would request more people to join so we can continue waiting for the others. Kindly, let's chop. We are waiting for you. Go to you can either scan the QR code that you have said that you can see there on your, I think it's the right, from my end, that's the right, yes. 9 joined, thank you so much. I can see you still managing. We have 17 people on board and we'd like all of you to take part in this icebreaker as we start our session, our workshop session. You can scan the code over there or type menti.com, 10 joined, thank you, on a new tab on your browser. And then after that, you type the code that you can see there, which is 86075783. I have 11 joined. Thank you. We have 6 more. Yes, 6 more. I hope my math is right. We have 6 more to join. We are waiting for you. If you're having problems, kindly let me know. Adini, I hope you have been able to join menti.com. If you're having problems again, let me know. We have 6 more, kindly. The 6. Let's try. It's going to be a fun activity and it doesn't require much. Just clicking, thinking through a little bit. But we know today is Valentine's, we're not doing a lot of thinking, just a lot of loving. So let's join. I think we can start with the 11. 12 joined. Thank you so much. I believe the others can find us on the way. And I also hope you're not having, sorry, Adini, I believe there's some, you can still join with your phone. Yes, it is possible on the phone, according to Margaret. Yes, it is possible on the phone. I joined earlier, 12 joined. We have a few more to join. Yes, so you can open a new tab on your browser, even on your phone. You will not lose the meeting. You will not be forced to leave the meeting to join it. 13 joined, thank you. You will not be forced to leave the meeting to join menti.com. So open a new tab, type menti.com, and then it's going to ask for a code. I have shared the code on the chat, and the code is 86075783. If you have just joined us, we want to take part in a tiny ice-breaking activity. It's going to take us less than, not even 10 minutes. It's going to take us a very short time. And it requires us to, it is very necessary for us to get to know how well versed you are in the topic, so that even when our speaker is coming to take the mic from Emanuela and I, we know how far we are going. Please type the link somewhere. Then you type menti.com. Then finally, you'll be there on your phone. This is Margaret directing Adeni and anyone else who is getting problem accessing the menti.com. Open a new tab on your browser, type menti.com. It's going to request for a code from you, and the code is there. The code is 86075783. You can also join with the link that Adeinka has shared. Yes, if you just joined us, I hope you are able to follow through. We are doing a tiny ice breaking. I only have 13 joined, and I see we are 21. I hope everyone else is able to join. So you open a new tab. Open a new tab on your screen, on your browser. Type menti.com. And after typing menti.com, it's going to ask for a code from you. And the code is 86075783. Sorry. Good. I have 14 joined. I believe we can start. If you are not able to join, kindly follow the procedure. You can also use the link that Adeyinka has shared on the chats. And I believe we can start. Ready? Okay. So welcome to the Wikipedia policy training. Before we begin, let's take a quick pulse check. No pressure, just honesty and curiosity. And because today is Valentine's, love. Sending kisses from where I am. So let's start. Why do you want to learn how to edit Wikipedia? I would like to know why you want to learn how to edit Wikipedia. Just type one word. Is it impact? Is it career? Why do you want to learn how to edit Wikipedia? Just type one word and I will see it on the screen. I can see very few. No one has responded yet. I hope you are able to access. Yes, one has responded. Impact, freedom, empowerment. That's really nice. Thank you. Why do you want to learn how to edit Wikipedia? I want to know, come on, tell us. Tell us why you want to learn how to edit Wikipedia, which is also an equivalent as to why you are here with us. Improvement, that's nice. Empowerment again. Guys, someone whose mic is on, kindly mute. Sorry, okay. Sorry about that. To tell your own story, that is similar to impact. You can type on the Mentimeter, and I hope you are able to access it. 5 out of 15 responded. Let's wait for the other 10 to hear from them. Why? To enrich my local language. Yes, it has a word limit. To share local content. That's really nice. Wow, that's beautiful. I can see to share local content, visibility, impact, career, empowerment, improvement, growth, impact again, to enrich my local language, and freedom. 6 out of 15 have responded. 7, visibility, career. I have also seen career. Thank you so much for responding. When we get to 10, I would like to move to the next question. So don't be left. I would not want to leave anyone out. Someone said love. Okay. I wish you could elaborate more, but that's actually, these are self-explanatory answers. Kindly let me know, why would you like to learn how to edit from Wikipedia? If you just joined us and you're wondering, what are they doing? We are trying to do a tiny ice-breaking session. And for you to join this session, you have to open a new tab on your browser. And from that new tab, you type menti.com, menti.com. Dot is literally the dot. And then you can also join through the link that Adenka has shared. It is going to request for a code. The code is also on the chat, and the code is 86075783. I can see 11 out of 17 have responded. Thank you for those who keep joining us. And this question is about, why do you want to learn how to edit on Wikipedia? I don't want to leave anyone behind. So if you can respond. improve digital literacy. That's nice. I can say impact is the main reason why most people want to learn how to edit on Wikipedia. Visibility, to improve my skill, that is also similar to growth. Contribute, improve digital literacy, knowledge advancement, growth. That's really nice. For fun too. Thank you so much. You learn a lot when you do this for fun as well. Even if you're doing it for fun, you get to learn a lot. There's nothing that is just done for fun. There's always learning behind it. Thank you so much. 13 out of 19 have responded, and there's someone who says contribute. I hope I'm not leaving anyone out. And these are such fine answers. They are rich. We can already see the kind of people we're dealing with here. People who have a goal, people who want to improve their career, who want to make an impact, to improve their local, to improve their languages internationally as well. Thank you so much for your answer. So we are going to go to the next slide. I hope I'm not leaving anyone out. To contribute. Shipe G, kindly, you can also join the Mentimeter and type that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, the next question, next slide. Let's do this a bit faster because of time. The next slide. This part of the questioning is more about what is true, what is false, what's a myth, and what's not a myth. So the first question here is, sorry, if information is true, it can automatically be added to Wikipedia. Is that a myth or a fact? Do you think that's a myth or is it a fact? Let us know. Do you think any information, as long as it's true, it can automatically be added to Wikipedia? Do you think that's true or do you think that's a myth? And I hope you can still manage to see my screen. Do you think that any information that is true can be automatically added to the Wikipedia, or is it a myth? I don't see any responses. And as I said, we are also running out of time. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh my God. Now you start answering. I'm so sorry. Yes, you have 30 seconds to click whether it's a myth or a fact. 30, 23, 22 remaining. Let's be quick with this. Do you think any information that is true is automatically added to Wikipedia or not? We have 12 seconds, 10, 9. Let's be quick. It's either myth or a fact. Is any information that is true going to be added? Thank you so much for that. All right, so we move to the next slide. Can anyone edit Wikipedia? Do you think, is that true? Is that a fact or a myth? Anyone can edit Wikipedia. Is that a fact or a myth? We have 24 seconds, 23. Time is running out. Don't be left out. Your answer counts. We would like to know. We would like to know what you think. Is it possible for anyone to edit Wikipedia? 10 seconds remaining. Is it possible for anyone to edit Wikipedia? Can anyone edit Wikipedia? Thank you so much. I can see 3 people saying it's a myth and 8 people saying it's a fact. The next question, and I can see the players already. If an article is deleted, if an article is deleted, does it mean the topic is not important? Is that a myth or a fact? Yes, we have very limited time to respond. 6 seconds. Everyone has voted. Thank you. We have 10 people saying it's a myth and 2 people saying it's a fact. So at this point, we'll see the results of what you people think. And I believe that our speaker is going to answer all these questions and clarify whether some of these things are facts or myths, because I do not want to preempt our session for now. But we'll come back for one last test. So keep your Mentimeter working, and I will hand over this session to Emanuela. I hope you enjoyed. Emanuela, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you very much. Han Veronica from Kenya, thank you very much for that. Was really interactive and engaging at the same time. Thank you very much. And thank you to her participant also who engaged in the Mentimeter. Yeah, it's really an icebreaker session. Okay, before I go ahead, I'd like to say this. For 2026, we will not just be having a workshop, but we're going to be having a workshop and what's it called now? We're going to be having a workshop and an editathon, an editing exercise, and there is, kind of a juicy prize for grab. So we have $30 and $20, hop for grab by, 2 persons actually. So which means after the workshop, starting from tomorrow, the editing exercise comments and would let you know when the editing exercise will be ending. However, I'd like to urge you to kindly stay on the call. Stay on the call. I'll be passing across important information regarding the editathon after the workshop, after our trainer, is done with the whole training. So if you do not stay on the call, you might actually miss an important information regarding the editathon, and we're not going to be circulating the information on the Africa Wiki Women group, WhatsApp group. All information that you need regarding the editathon, how you're supposed to submit your contribution, and what you're supposed to do when the editathon is going to end, will be passed across to you after the speaker session. So please, I urge you to kindly, wait till the end of the session so you can get important information regarding the editathon. Okay, so without further ado, we'll move into why we all have gathered here today. If you're a Wikipedian or Wikimedian, you're an OG or newbie. We all know if you walk on your street and you just meet someone and ask the person, do you know Wikipedia? Do you know Wikidata? Most likely, the person would tell you, I know Wikipedia, but maybe I don't think I've heard of Wikidata before. Okay, Wikipedia is actually very popular. Wikipedia is is that sibling that is actually the most known, most liked, means every other person in the family. However, it's over time, quite a lot of us, we come into the community with the old passion, the zeal to contribute to open knowledge, to shape narrative, to amplify underrepresented cultures in our community, in our country, in our continent. However, we tend to overlook the most important things of all, which is the Wikipedia policies. There are policies that has been put on ground. There are policies that has been established for us to actually digest and work with as editors on Wikipedia. However, sometimes we do not pay attention to them because we just come into the community and we just want to contribute. I want to edit an article. I want to create an article. I want my work to be seen out there, and we neglect the Wikipedia policies. And that is why today we've decided to bring to you guys why Wikipedia policies matters, and the Wikipedia policies you need to know. It is very very, very important for you to have, a background knowledge, a background information, an in-depth understanding of all of this policy. And so today, we have brought on board a Wikipedia reviewer in person of Mr. Melody. Okay, so I'm just going to hop on the floor and allow him to take over to introduce himself. He's a Wikipedia reviewer, an experienced editor with, a lot of edits on Wikipedia, a lot of article being created, a lot of article being reviewed, and is the right man for the job, the right person to actually take us through this session, the Wikipedia policies you need to know. Ladies and gentlemen, Wikimedians, with a clapping ovation in the chat box, kindly welcome Mr. Melody. I do not want to mother his son name, so that's why I'm just trying not to mention it. Welcome, Mr. Melody. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Can I have a clapping ovation in the chat box? Let's welcome him. Thank you for joining us today. Over to you, Mr. Melody. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. We can hear you.
Sorry. Sorry for that. Someone just called me now and interrupted my network. So that was why I I left for a few seconds. So I'm trying to get the network back in order now so that I can share my screen with everyone. Okay, just one minute, please. Please, I've sent in a request to share my screen.
Okay, Adenka, please kindly make Mr. Melody your co-host so he can share his screen, please. All right. Okay, Mr. Melody, we can see your screen.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so good afternoon, everyone. And sorry for the little time just wasted due to network issues. So we are just going to go right. Um, all right. So, like I was introduced before, I am Melody Dogo, and I contribute majorly to English Wikipedia with over 38,000 edits and more than 80 articles created. I hold advanced user rights, including new page reviewer and some other rights. And I currently serve as the project lead for African legislators in Red, and we've successfully held 2 editions of that campaign. And I've also facilitated several other Wikimedia projects. So what we'll be doing today is divided into 3 parts. And part 1 is understanding core content policies. Now, you want to ask, what are core content policies? Wikipedia is built on 3 non-negotiable core policies. And the first one is neutral point of view, NPOV. Number 2 is verifiability. And number 3 is no original research. And these 3 policies, these 3 content policies applies to all articles. They apply to every article. Now, Wikipedia is governed by 3 principal core content policies, like I mentioned, neutral point of view, verifiability, and no original research. We are going to explain all of this now. Our editors must familiarize themselves with all 3, jointly interpreted. The first one is neutral point of view. All Wikipedia articles and other encyclopedic content must be written from a neutral point of view, representing significant views fairly, proportionately, and without bias. Now, all content, all articles you write must be written from a neutral point of view. What does this mean? This means that you must not use promotional language, you must not use emotional wording, and you must represent significant viewpoints fairly. And you must try as much as possible to avoid advocacy. For instance, saying he is the greatest leader Nigeria has ever had, or this corrupt politician. Now, the neutral version of these 2 things I just said is he served as governor from 2015 to 2023. So instead of saying Ifeanyi Okowa is the greatest leader Delta State has ever had, is the greatest governor that has ever governed any state in Nigeria. Instead of saying all of this, what you should say is Ifeanyi Okowa is a Nigerian politician. He served as governor of Delta State from 2015 to 2023. Now, instead of saying Ifeanyi Okowa is a very corrupt politician, you say he faced allegations of corruption in 2019, or he faced allegation of corruptions in 2025. So this is a neutral way to write is the greatest leader is a corrupt politician. That is the very neutral way to write it. Now, verifiability, which is the second one, means material challenged or likely to be challenged, and all quotations must be attributed to reliable published source. Verifiability means that people reading and editing the encyclopedia can check that information comes from a reliable source. Now, you cannot just hear about something or see something with your eyes, just go and write an article about it. Whatever you say in the article can be challenged, and in some cases will be challenged and must be challenged. So you should be ready to back all of that up with your sources. Of course, the sources that you've gathered before you wrote the article. Now, and these sources, this information must come from a reliable source. What are reliable sources? Reliable sources are reputable newspapers, academic journals, books from recognized publishers, government publications, and so on and so forth. What are unreliable sources? They are blogs, Facebook posts, WhatsApp broadcasts, self-published websites. Now, we are going to take a look at generally reliable sources, especially when writing Nigerian articles. So we have Premium Times. It was launched in 2011, and it is an investigative online newspaper focused on governance, corruption, and public accountability. We have The Cable, we have Business Day, we have Prime Nigeria Online, we have The Punch. Now, since there are not only Nigerian people here, we are going to say that for a source to be reliable, no matter the country you are, no matter where you are, for a source to be reliable, the source must be coming from a reputable organization. The source must be coming from a reputable organization, probably a newspaper with an editorial oversight, not just a newspaper that someone is packaging in his or her bedroom, or a newspaper that some people are using to push agendas against government or against individuals. The newspaper must be known for their consistency, for their editorial quality, and their credible reporting. Whichever country you are, you know those kind of newspapers. You know their names, and you can use them when writing articles on Wikipedia. So what are some marginally reliable sources in Nigeria? These outlets may provide accurate news, but sometimes they lack consistent sourcing or rigorous editorial oversight. And in Nigeria, we have The Guardian. It's known for intellectual commentary, but has faced criticism over inconsistent sourcing. So you have to be cautious when using a source like The Guardian for sensitive topic. We also have Vanguard. Now, in your various countries, you also have sources like that. You have newspapers like that that are kind of controversial. It's not like they don't deliver accurate news. They provide accurate news, but sometimes they just lack consistency. You know those sources in your country. So when you come across sources like that, you should be wary of them when using them. Now, for questionable or not recommended sources. Now, these platforms, they often prioritize virality over accuracy with weak or absent editorial oversight. They don't have an editorial oversight or their editorial is very, very weak. For Nigeria, we have like Yaba Left, Instablog Nigeria, Opera News, Linda Nkeji blog. And these outlets, they majorly focus on entertainment stories, gossips, news that can spread, like unverified content that can spread very fast. They like to spread those kind of things. For instance, the drama that happened between Davido and a lawyer recently. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. This this questionable um, news sites will carry this kind of stories and focus more on the controversial part of it, probably just to push an agenda or just to gather views for themselves. So these people, they don't do accurate reporting. So these are questionable sources that you should not use when writing an article, especially for biography of living persons. Imagine writing an article for probably a singer, maybe a Ghanaian singer, and you are probably using a source from, let's say, um, Linda Ikeji blog, and Linda Ikeji has never said anything good about this person. In fact, it is rumored that Linda Ikeji herself has a beef with this particular musician, and they are using a source from Linda Ikeji blog, the source that is crucifying this person, that is saying this person is this person is that, is a questionable source to use, and you should not use that when writing articles. Now, the last one, which is no original research. Remember, we are talking about um, three most important content policies. Three most important content policies. And the first one we mentioned was neutral point of view. The second one was verifiability. Now, this third one is no original research. Wikipedia does not publish original thoughts. All material in Wikipedia must be attributed to a reliable published source, and articles may not contain any new analysis or synthesis of published materials that serves to advance a position not clearly advanced by the sources. Wikipedia is not a place for personal opinion. It is not a place for unpublished data. It is not a place for analysis you created yourself. For instance, if you are writing an article about a person, you must not go and do research about the person, like going to do research, going to interview the person, going to ask the person relative or the person's friends or close associates, going to ask them questions. No, you cannot do that. You must rely on published sources, sources that are published. No matter how well you know the person, you must not include informations that are not published. For instance, let me give you an example about myself. I am from Ole Diocese, but I live in Asaba. And while I was in my side, which Ole Diocese covers, Anglican Diocese of Ole, I realized that the bishop does not have an article. In fact, that was the first article I created on Wikipedia. I created an article for the bishop of my diocese, Anglican Diocese of Ole, the Right Reverend John Usiwoma Arapo. Now, when I was creating this article, I could not find enough information online. I could not find newspapers to use. I could not find books that I can pick stuffs from. But mind you, I know this person very well. I know the primary school he went to. I know the secondary school we went to. I know his wife. I know all his children. I know virtually, maybe not everything, but I know a lot about him that if I should begin to write, the page will be filled up with information. But guess what? That article is a stub. I believe we all know what a stub means on Wikipedia. An article that has little to no information. The person is notable, but just a little writing. John Usioma Arabo is a Nigerian cleric. He is the bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Ole, blah, 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 blah. Just a little information based on the source that were at my disposal. So you see that I cannot use the informations in my head that I already know about this person because why? No original research. So, for example, you must not interview him like the person you are writing about. You must not interview them. You must not combine two sources to create a new conclusion. You must only summarize what reliable sources already states. Now, these policies determine the type and quality of material that is acceptable in Wikipedia articles because they complement each other. They should not be interpreted in isolation from one another. And the principle upon which these policy statements are based are not superseded by other policies or guidelines or by editors' consensus. What this means is that no other policy, no other arguments or agreement can supersede this or supersede these three policies, these three content policies, because they are non-negotiable. I would like to repeat myself. Number one is you must write from a neutral point of view. Number two is those things you are writing, they must be verifiable. Number three is you must not do original research about any subjects that you are writing on. Now, we've entered the part two of this conversation, which is applying policies to editing practice. Please, I want to ask if I should take question about the first part or finish everything before we start taking questions.
Okay, I think anyone that would be convenient for you, we could finish everything and then we take questions, or we can do that.
Okay. So if you have questions, as we are going on, just write them down so that when we are done, you can ask the questions. Now, to the part two of this training, applying policies to editing practice. Now we are going to review step-by-step editing framework, 5 of them. Now, before you publish anything, before you click publish, run your work through this 5-step safety check. 5-step safety check. Number one, check notability. Number two, gather reliable sources. Number three, write neutrally. Number four, cite every claim. Number five, review before publishing. Now, number one, check notability. What does this mean? Notability means that the subject has received significant coverage in reliable, independent sources. Notability does not mean that the person is popular, the person is trending, you personally think they are important. It does not mean that. It means reliable sources have written about them in details. So before you write about any subject, before you write about anybody, any topic, you must check notability. You must check to see if this subject has received coverage enough in reliable sources. If the subject has not received enough coverage, it is a sign that you should not continue. It means that when we say something is notable, it means that reliable sources have written about them in detail. Now, what counts as significant coverage? We have full news articles. We have academic analysis. We have in-depth interviews. We have books. We have major media features. For this interview, sometimes interviews are not counted towards notability. Why? Because interviews are, how will I put it? It's not something that is done independently because the person is here. The writer or the journalist or the person is also there. The journalist is asking the person question and the person is giving a reply. Now, most of the times, the journal does not have a way of confirming these replies from this person. So it just goes on to write exactly what the person said in the interview. So the person can say, I am 45 years. Meanwhile, in the real sense, they are probably 50. And some other reliable sources have published that they are 50 years old. But just because maybe he wants to deceive you or he doesn't take the interview serious, can just say, I am 45 years old. So sometimes we do not depend solely on interviews for notability because they are not independent. Now, what is not enough for notability? We have passing mention, event listing, social media pages, press releases, personal websites. All of these do not count as reliable sources. They do not count as notability. Now, what's the difference between significant coverage and passing mention? Significant coverage means that this article, this particular news article that was written by a reporter is solely about Mr. A. The article is solely about Mr. A. What is passing mention? Passing mention is they are writing about Mr. B or Mr. C. But in that news article, they mentioned that, oh, Mr. A is a friend to Mr. B, or Mr. B produced Mr. A's first album. Now you can see that that article is about Mr. B, but it mentioned Mr. A. That is passing mention, and it is not significant coverage enough. So let's move forward. Now, something important that you should note about independent sources. The source must not be the subject's own website or their campaign page if the person is a politician. The source must not be their company profile. It must not be their social media. It must be written by others, not the particular subject of that article you are about to write. Now, common mistakes that most of us make when writing articles. We write articles about friends, a church leader, a local business owner without strong independent coverage. So if you cannot find at least 2 to 3 strong independent sources, it means that you should not create the article yet, except the article is automatically notable. For instance, politicians, bishops, Catholic, Anglican bishops, they are automatically notable. So if you can find just one source that um, say that this person is a bishop, you can create that article. Or this person is a politician, he is the legislator representing so and so constituency, or he is a governor, he is a vice president, he's a cabinet member, state cabinet member, commissioner, and all of that. All of those are automatically notable. So even if you find one source, you can write about them. But for subjects that are not automatically notable like that, if you cannot find 3 strong independent sources, you should not create the article. Now, in this common mistake, you can see that common mistake that people make is creating an article about their friends, a church leader. For instance, I made an example of creating an article about the bishop of my diocese, and I was limited to what I could write in the article because of no information. And if I had pushed further to continue writing without having reliable sources, it means that I am now allowing my um, it means that I'm not neutrally writing the article again, and I should not write that article. I don't know if you understand. If you must write that article, you should make sure to write it neutrally. You must have at least 3 sources before you write that article about maybe a friend, a church leader, a local business person, or any subject at all. Now, number two, remember I said we are going to look at 5 things, and number 2 in those 5 is gather reliable sources. Before writing anything, collect your sources first. Why this matters? Because many new editors, they write from memory, they write from admiration, they write first and look for sources later. Oh, Davido is my number 1 musician. Whiskey is my musician. And then you go to write the article. Davido is the baddest, is the biggest Afrobeat artist in Nigeria. He surpassed Whiskey, he surpassed Fela, he's this, he's that. This is what many of us do. We don't have sources to write, and when we write from admiration. Davido is a very successful musician in Nigeria. Or Black Sheriff is a very successful musician in Ghana. He's the biggest, he's the greatest of all time, bigger than Michael Jackson. So when you begin to write like this, it often leads to original research. It means you've conducted research on the person. You've went to maybe interview people or interview the person himself. And it also leads to unsourced claims. How did you know that Davido is the biggest Afrobeat artist ever lived? How did you know that? It's an unsourced claim. And now it has already led to you being biased. You are using biased tone because the person is your favorite. So you must learn to gather your sources before you write anything. Now, what makes a source reliable? I believe I've said this before. Established newspaper, academic journal, recognized publishers, government publications, reputable news websites, and you must avoid blogs, self-published websites, WhatsApp broadcasts, Facebook posts, and you must not use Wikipedia itself as a source. You must not use Wikipedia to source anything. Now, in the 5 things we are looking at, the third one is write neutrally. This is where many editors fail. Neutral writing means no praise, no criticism, no exaggeration, no emotional tone, no marketing language. This is what neutral writing means. You must not praise that person. Davido is a talented singer. When he sings, people begin to fall. You must no praise, no criticism. Davido is a dog. He has children from different women because he sleeps around. You must not do that. You must not over exaggerate. In fact, no exaggeration. Talk more of over exaggeration. You must not over exaggerate. And you must not use emotional tone, no marketing language, as if you are promoting the person. Imagine writing an article and you are putting on the article, go and stream his songs on Spotify, or go and stream her songs on AudioMac. You must not use marketing languages. Now, you must avoid these words when writing an article. Visionary, respected, highly successful, brilliant, corrupt, disgraced, legendary, world class, award winning, without citation. Now, when writing articles, you must not write Oluwapelumi is a respected and highly successful Nigerian entrepreneur. She's very brilliant, she's legendary, and all of that. You must not use those when writing articles because all of these are promotional terms. They are praises or they are marketing languages. He's a world-class musician. I mean, you are marketing the person. And when you say, if you must use award-winning, Davido is an award-winning Nigerian musician. There must be a source to back that immediately. For you to say he's an award winning. You must back that up immediately. Now, let's take an example. When you write, she is a dynamic and transformational leader who has positively impacted thousands of lives. This is promotional. It is not neutral. But this same thing that was written here, if you must write the neutral version, you say she served as director of the organization from 2018 to 2023. During that time, the organization expanded to 5 states. I mean, they're literally saying the same thing, but one is promotional. The key rule to writing neutrally is you must state facts and you must attribute opinions to sources. Instead of writing, he is corrupt, you should write, in 2021, he was accused of corruption by the EFCC. He denied the allegations, and then you add your source for saying that. Instead of writing, Ifeanyi Okowa is a corrupt leader he embezzled state funds up to the tune of 1.3 trillion naira. Instead of writing that, you should say in 2025, he was accused of misappropriating 1.3 trillion naira, although he denied the allegations. Besides, this is a true story. It happened last year to the former governor of Delta State. He was invited by the EFCC, and someone wrote a petition, and the EFCC invited him to come and give an account of, I think, 1.3 trillion or 1.4 trillion when he was governor. And if you want to add this to the article, it's not bad to add it, but you must state it as it is. Because no court in Nigeria has declared him corrupt. So you must not write he is a corrupt politician. So let's move ahead. Number 4 out of 5, cites every claim. Now, why is citation critical on Wikipedia? It's critical because content without sources can be removed immediately, especially for biographies of living persons, controversial statements, statistics, awards, and dates, especially date of birth. If a date of birth is controversial, it is advised you don't include it in the article. For instance, if you are writing an article and the date of birth in the article, the date of birth from sources are not the same. Maybe source A says the person was born in 1975. Source B says the person was born in 1976. Source C says the person was born in 1980. The person was born in 1980, and then source D probably is saying something else. You should not use any of those sources. You must not use any of those sources. You should skip the date of birth for that particular article. Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, we can. We can hear you.
Okay. All right.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Thank you. So yes, that is that for date of birth. And for awards, you must also, if you are saying the person has won um, one Headies Award, one Grammy, one this, one that, you should be able to cite all of them. And for every controversial statements in the article, you must add a source. Like I said about the former governor of Delta State, uh, if you go to his article, it is probably there, or maybe no one has added that. But he was invited by the EFCC last year. Now, that is a controversial information and allegation. It's an allegation. So when you're adding that to the article, we should be sure to add the source for that particular information. Now, high risk areas that must be cited. They won an award, you must cite that. She was arrested, you must cite that. He is worth $10 million, you must cite that claim. The company made 5 billion in profit in 2025, you must cite that. Now, if someone challenges this sentence, can you prove it with a reliable source? If the answer is no, then don't publish it. Don't publish it. Remember, we are looking at 5 things that you must do before you publish any article, before you publish any edit. 5 things that you must do. And we are at number 4. Now, special warning for biography of living persons. Unsourced negative information about a living person can be removed immediately. It can damage reputation and it can violate policy seriously. So we must take all of this, we must look at them carefully before we do something like that, before we include an information like that in an article. Now, number 5, review before publishing. Before clicking publish changes, you must pause and ask yourself, is the tune neutral? You should read it, not a must, but you should read, if you are in doubt, you should read it aloud. Does it sound like a news report? If it sounds like a news report, then you are good to go. But if it sounds like a campaign speech, then we should remove it. Is everything verifiable? This is what you should ask yourself. Now, if someone asks you, where did this come from? Can you show a source? If you publish that information and someone asks you, where did you get this from? Can you point them to a source or 2 sources that published that same information? Another thing you should ask yourself is, did I add my opinion accidentally? You should look at it well and look for adjectives, strong language, emotional phrasing, and personal conclusions that you might have added by mistake, accidentally. So you should look for all of those before publishing that article. Another question you should ask yourself is, did I synthesize information? Example of synthesis is source A. The company profits increased in 2022. Now, source B, company expanded into 3 states. Now, your conclusion in this should be that The expansion caused the profits increase. Now, that conclusion is yours. That is original research, and you should not do something like that. The expansion caused the profit to increase by, it's not your place to put something like that in the article. So you should state what the sources say without trying to make your own conclusion or without trying to um, push things. Now, from all of this I have said in this second part of our training, let's do a little practical exercise. Now look at this sentence. Look at this sentence. Chief Emeka is a respected businessman and philanthropist who has transformed his community and is widely admired for his generosity. Now, this is obviously written in a promotional tone. So I need someone, maybe one or two persons, to rewrite this and read for us. You must remove the promotional tone, and you should put citation placeholders, and you should rewrite it neutrally. But I need someone or two persons to do this for us very sharp. Look at it again and rewrite this. Rewrite it neutrally without promotional tone. Chief Emeka is a respected businessman and philanthropist who has transformed his community and is widely admired for his generosity. Moderator, please coordinate this for me. Just two persons to do this for us.
Okay. Who is going? Who is volunteering for that? You can raise your hand. Okay. Do we have anyone? Who wants to try? Chief Emeka, okay. We have someone in the chat. Okay, so Madenka says Chief Emeka is a businessman and philanthropist in his community. Okay. Let's have another person. Well done, Adenka. Thank you. Let's have another person. All you have to do is remove promotional tone, add citation placeholder, and rewrite neutrally. Chief Emeka is a respected businessman and philanthropist who has transformed this community and is widely admired for his generosity. Okay. Who is the second person? Are we scared? Okay, thank you. I think, okay. All right, I'm waiting. Oh, thank you, Bembeti. Thank you, Bembeti. Okay, respected is promotional word and it's not supposed to be there. Thank you very much, Bembeti. Yeah. Okay, so Anna says Emeka is a businessman and philanthropist. Now we have three persons. Thank you. Bembeti is saying the respected is promotional. We should kick it out. Hannah says Emeka is a businessman and philanthropist. Adenka also says Emeka is a businessman. Oh, Chief Emeka is a businessman and philanthropist in his community. Oh, okay, we have Charles as well. Charles also says Emeka is a businessman and philanthropist. Okay, thank you very much. We'll wait for our trainer to come on board and, assess what we have done. Mr.
All right.
Melody, okay, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, moderator, for doing this for us. Now, you've all tried. Kudos to everyone who sent in their answers. Adeyinka, Bembeti, Kalanzi, Anna, thank you very much. Now, to answer this, we wrote this below. Now, check it out. Can we all see this? Chief Emeka is a Nigerian businessman. In 2022, he donated 20 million towards the construction of a community health center. And that is the source there. So you can see that from this now, we have removed the promotional tune, which was advertising and telling everyone that Emeka is a philanthropist, transformed his community, is widely admired for his generosity, blah, 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 blah. We've removed all of that. And we've now, we are now saying Chief Emeka is a Nigerian businessman established. And in 2022, he donated 20 million towards the construction of a community health center. And our source should be able to verify that particular information. Now, we've come to part 3, the last part of this training, which is recognizing conduct and community norms. Now we have on the English Wikipedia, we have key community norms. Number 1 is to assume good faith. And what does this mean? It means that you should believe that others are trying to improve the encyclopedia. Yeah, you should assume good faith that they are trying to improve the encyclopedia. They are not there to bring it down. They are not there to kill it. Number 2, you must be civil. No insults, no attacks, no sarcasm. You must not insult people. Maybe someone reverted your edits. You go to the person's talk page and you type, "You fat fool," or "You idiot," or "You white trash." You should not do something like that. Understand? So number 3, no personal attacks. You must discuss contents, not the contributor. You cannot be having a disagreement with somebody and you are talking trash to the person instead of discussing the content that has warranted that discussion. Probably the person reverted an edit, and instead of you to ask why the person has reverted the edits, you are attacking the person personally. You should discuss what the person has done, not attack the person. Instead of saying, "Why did you remove my edits? You don't know how to edit." Or, "Why did you put this thing there? You don't know how to edit." Instead of saying that, you should say, "This source may not meet reliability standards." That is what you should say. Yeah. So number 4, consensus. You must seek consensus. You must discuss and file agreements. Decisions are made through discussions, and they are not forced. And this is very, very common. It is very key on English Wikipedia. If you want to survive on English Wikipedia, you must follow consensus. You must follow decisions that have been made through different discussions. Now, simple dispute resolution steps. Number 1, you should discuss on the article top page. Should discuss on the article's top page. I don't know, something is drawing a line on my screen. I don't know if someone is actually doing that. So you should discuss on the article's top page. You should provide policy-based arguments. For instance, if you create an article about, let's say, a politician, a legislator, probably a member representing a particular constituency in parliament or in the House of Assembly, and you only used one source due to maybe lack of sourcing. You used only one source. And let's say someone nominated that particular article for deletion because the article is not notable. You should provide policy-based arguments. And what does the policy say? And Paul is the policy that we use here. And Paul, NPOL, that is WP, NPOL, notability for politicians. And what does that place say? The place say that if a person has won an election, the person is notable. And this is for federal and both statewide, for national, federal, and both statewide. If the person is a member of parliament or a member of executive council, whether federal executive council or state executive council, the person is automatically notable. So even if you have one source, you should be able to argue that the person is notable, not because of only the source, but because of the position that the person holds. So you should provide policy arguments. You should state this, that according to notability for politicians, this article must not be deleted because it meets our notability guideline. And Paul is a subject-specific notability guideline. We call it SNG on the English Wikipedia. We have GNG, the General Notability Guideline, and we have SNG, the Subject Notability Guideline. Where a person does not meet GNG, then we begin to look at SNGs that we fit the person. And if the person does not fit anyone, then it's not notable. Another step for simple dispute resolution is we should seek third opinion and request mediation. If something is happening somewhere, maybe on an article top page, or someone is reverting your edit, you should seek a third opinion. Maybe tag somebody, a respected editor on the English Wikipedia, tag them to the page and say, see, look at what is happening. Please, what are your thoughts on this? Even if you don't tag them to the page, you can go to the person's top page and share your thoughts there. Look at what is happening at this article. Please, what are your thoughts? What do you think? So these 4 steps will help you in dispute resolution. Now, we have a case study. Editor A removes contents. Editor B reverts angrily and writes, "You are sabotaging this page." What conduct norms were violated, and how should it be handled properly? So one or two persons should solve this for us. Editor A removes a content from a particular article, and then editor B reverts angrily and writes, "You are sabotaging this page," probably as the edit summary. Or so what do you think happened here? What conduct norms were violated, and how should it be handled properly? So someone should answer for us. Moderator, please moderate this part for us.
Okay, all right. Uh, okay, so who is answering this for us? We're wrapping up gradually. We have a few minutes left. All right, so let's make haste. Who would like to solve this case study for us? Editor A removes content. Editor B reverts angrily and writes, "You are sabotaging this page." What conduct norms were violated, and how should it be handled properly? Okay. I'm going into the chat now. Do we have anyone who wants to give it a try? So there are no right or wrong answers. Just give it a trial. You know, these are most likely things you might encounter as an editor on English Wikipedia. So imagine this is a what's it called now? A real life scenario, and you're trying to solve it. Yeah. What conduct norms were violated? How should it be handled? Who wants to try? Who wants to try? Oh, great. Amelia. Okay, Amelia says no personal attack. Thank you, Amelia Modestus. No personal attack. Okay, I want someone else to try as well. Thank you very much, Amelia. Okay. What conduct norms were violated? How should it be handled properly? Okay. Adenka says polite communication. Polite communication. Okay, so I think Adenka is responding to the second question, which is how should it be handled? Polite communication. Thank you very much, Adenka. Do we have any other person who wants to give it a try? Any other person who wants to? We're gradually wrapping up, and then you will have time to ask your questions. And I'll be passing across some relevant information regarding the editing exercise we're going to be having. So stay fused, don't run away. Okay. Do we have any other person?
All right.
Okay. All right, over to you, Mr. Melody.
All right, thank you very much. So, thank you, Emilia and Deinka, for answering. So, if editor A removes a content and editor B reverts angrily and writes, "You are sabotaging this page." Now we are asking what conduct norms were violated and how should it be handled properly. Now, what we, yeah. So the conduct norms that were violated civility. And this, how should the person how should they have handled this? You should have moved to the top page of that article, provide sources, and assume good faith. That is the ideal thing to have for the person to have done. So you should have moved the discussion to the top page. Maybe removed the contents and maybe let's say Olua Belumina added the content to an article and I reverted that. What should have followed is Belumi going to the article's top page or coming to my top page to ask why did you remove this content? Look at the sources, look at this, look at that supports what I wrote in that particular article. And the person, after seeing these sources, I'm sure the person would not have any further thing to do because the person has seen the sources and the sources make sense. So this is how this case should have been handled. So this is where we are going to draw our conclusion. And before you can ask your questions, let's do a quick quiz in the next 2-3 minutes. We have 5 questions here. You can see the screen. So just write something about any of these things here. What are Wikipedia's 3 core content policies? I mentioned them. Can you add information you personally witnessed? What makes a source reliable? Mention 4 conduct norms. And number 5, first step in resolving an editorial dispute. We've talked about all of this. So just put your answers in the chat box, or you can just raise your hand and you will be called upon and you can give your answers. Just in the next 2 minutes, let's do this, or in the next 1 minute. Yes, please, let's send in our answers so that we can take your questions. Yes, Arthur, Margaret, you are answering question number 1. What are Wikipedia's 3 core content policies? We have neutral point of view, verifiability, no original research. You are very correct. Thank you very much. Then, Parisi Patrick, you answered just 1 out of the 3 for question number 1. You answered just neutrality. And thank you for that too. Then Adeyinka, neutral point of view, verifiability, no original research. Thank you very much. Number 2 is a yes or no answer. You can just write yes or no. Yes or no. That's for number 2. Okay. Ramalam is answering number 2. Can you add information you personally witnessed? No. And Anna Adini? No. Beriksu Ibrahim? No. Ado Margaret? No. Atsuwambere Boniface? No. Dr. Fadare Abigail? No. Then number 3. Anna Adini is answering number 3. What makes a source reliable? Citation. Um, yes. What makes a source reliable is not citation. It's not citation. Yes, it's not citation. Adi, you cannot add personal information. Emilia is answering number 1. That's correct. Dr. Fadare, that's correct. Adinka, verifiable reference. I don't know which. I think Kalanzi Charles is answering number 3, editorial preview. Yes, one of the things that makes a source reliable is having a good editorial oversight. Having a good editorial oversight. And then Dr. Fabari, number 3, veritable sources. So thank you everyone for your answers. I really appreciate them. Okay, if a lower salami, I will see a source is reliable if it is verifiable or of public publication. Thank you very much. And number 5, Anna Adini is answering number 5, polite communication using the top page. Thank you very much, Anna Adini, and thank you very much, everyone, for sending in your answers. I think, I don't know if the time is going to allow us to do a really quick recap of those questions. What are Wikipedia's 3 core content policies? We have NPOV, verifiability, no original research. Can you add personal information? The witness, no. Personal experience is original research and it's not allowed unless it has been published by reliable sources. Now, what makes a source reliable is published by a reputable organization, independent of the subject, fact-checked or editorially reviewed, recognized for accuracy and credibility. And we named examples of reliable sources. Therefore, mention 4 conduct norms. Number 1, assume good faith. Number 2, be civil. Number 3, no personal attack. Number 4, seek consensus. And then the last question, first step in resolving an editorial dispute, you start a discussion on the article's top page and provide policy-based reasons for your actions or reasons why the person's actions should not have taken place. So with this, we have come to the conclusion of our training today. And it is now time for you to ask questions if you have questions. So
Okay.
over to our moderator, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Melody. Thank you, Mr. Melody. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. All right, before we go to the question, I want us to do something quickly. Kindly turn on your camera. I want to take a photograph session. Veronica, please, I'd like you to take the photograph now. Everyone on the call, kindly turn on your camera. I would like to see your face. Let's have a photograph session. Yeah.
On it.
Okay, so turn on your camera. Let's see your. Want to see your beautiful faces, okay?
Come on, smile.
Smile for the camera. Thank you.
Smile again.
Okay. Turn on your
Good.
camera if you're able to do so. Are we good for Veronica?
One more.
Okay.
All right.
Wiki. Oh, how do we do it? I can't even remember. We have the W, something like this.
Okay. I need one more bit because there's a section I have not
Okay.
taken.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Mm. Thanks. Okay. Smile again.
Okay. Are we good to go?
Yes, yes, we are.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Veronica. Okay, so before we go to the questions, I'd like to quickly share the important information regarding the editing contest we're going to be having before we go to the questions. So right about now, I'll share a link in the chat. Just a minute. So now, if you go to the meta page for the February edition, go to the meta page for the Africa Wiki Women Skill Up Workshop 2026. If you go to the February tab, you would see below the page, you would see topic list. All you have to do is expound, click on expound, and you have a drop down of names. We have about 30 articles to be created, so we're creating articles around governance, people in politics, whether in Africa or not in Africa. It's not limited to Africa. You could create an article about a politician in any part of the world, so it's not limited to Africa. We make it so open, so it could be from any part of the country, or any part of the world, sorry. So we have 30 names on the meta page, articles to be created, and we have about 15 articles to be expanded as well. If you go to the meta page, you would see we have the guide for the scores, how we're going to be allocating the scores for the editing contest. Yeah, so the link I'll be sharing in the chat right now. Please mind you, I will not be sharing this link on the community WhatsApp group, okay? So please kindly copy it. You can save it somewhere. It's the link to the Google form. It's the link to the Google form. Copy the link. You're going to be submitting your contributions via that Google form. Your contributions will be submitted via the Google form. So please copy the link, save it somewhere, and once you want to submit your contribution, submit it there. We're going to, I will send the date. A flyer will be sent on the Africa Wiki Women WhatsApp group on Monday, which will tell you when the editing contest will end. So the editing contest is starting tomorrow, Sunday, okay? So we're not starting today, we're starting tomorrow. If you start today, every contribution you do today will not count for the editing contest. So we're starting tomorrow. Copy the link, please. I'm saying this again. The link to the Google form that I just dropped now, please copy it. Adenka, please, I don't want you to mix it together. You're sending another Google form. I don't want it to be mixed together, please. The one I sent to, the first one I sent, the first Google form link, that is the link to the, you're going to submit your contribution. So please copy it and you submit your contribution for this editing contest. This Google form link will not be shared on the WhatsApp group. However, what I'll be doing is, if you register on the Meta page for this workshop, I'm going to send an email to you today on Monday. And in that email, every information you need regarding the editing contest will be included in that email, including the link to the Google form where you're going to submit your contribution. But the link will not be shared on the WhatsApp group. Why are we doing this? Quite a lot of you have dedicated attend today's workshop to have an understanding of Wikipedia policy. So anyone who do not join today's workshop, who do not have an understanding of what Wikipedia policy is about, we will not have access, will not be able to contribute. So we're not going to be sharing, we're not going to be making the link to submit your contribution public. If you do not register for the workshop and you are here, please, all you have to do is copy the link to the Google form that I send and submit your contributions there. Submit your contributions there. You can see the link in the chat box. Please copy it, save it somewhere. Submit your contributions there. And if you also join the meeting and you did not register, and maybe at the end of the day, you can't find the link to the form. You can chat me up on WhatsApp. Send me a direct message. I'm not going to be replying to anyone on the Africa Wiki Women's community group. Send me a direct message and I'll respond to you. Mind you, we have an attendance of people who joined today's event. So if you are not here and then you send me a message, I would be able to figure it out. I hope I'm clear enough. So please, if you can copy what I said, kindly drop a thumbs up in the comment section. Thank you. I want to see a thumbs up in the comment section. The editing is starting tomorrow. Go to the meta page, click on the February tab. You would see the list of articles to be created. We have 30 names of articles to be created. You can translate to your local language. You can create on English Wikipedia. We have 50 articles on Wikipedia to be expounded. So we're not doing Wikidata, we're just focusing on Wikipedia, translating of article, creating of article on Wikipedia, and expounding of articles. And you can see the score guides on the meta page as well, how we are going to score you. We have $30 and $20 for grab. Okay, so that is going to suffice for your data reimbursement. $30 for the first person and $20 for the second person. So please go to the meta page. Everything you need is there, and copy the link to the Google form. You will be submitting your contributions via the Google form. Thank you, everyone. I want to see a thumbs up in the comment section. In the comment section if you get what I said. Thank you. Wala Chisom, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. All right, I think with that, we're good to go. Now, I'm going to hop on the floor. Please feel free to reach me on WhatsApp. You can chat me up on WhatsApp. I'm Global Oluwapelumi on the Africa Wiki Women WhatsApp group. I'm going to drop a message after now so you can identify me. You can reach out to me regarding the contest, the editing contest. You can send me a direct message. Thank you, everyone. Adenka, please kindly drop the Google form for the attendance. Would like you, it's an evaluation form. We want to hear from you. We want you to rate this session, rate our trainer, and also your suggestions so we can improve, in subsequent workshop. So, so we're not going to be having another workshop up till April. So next month, we're not having any workshop. What we are having in March is the editing contest. We're going to be editing, creating article, expanding article. So we want to have a winner and the first runner up. So till April before we come back again for the workshop. And when we come in April as well, after the workshop, we're also going to have another editing contest. So that is how we're going to have it for the whole of 2026. So be rest assured that you're going to have an opportunity to win a prize during this campaign. All right, please fill the evaluation form. Adenka's drop it in the comment section. The evaluation form, we want to hear from you. Kindly rate our trainer, rate the workshop, and give us your suggestions so we can improve in a subsequent workshop. All right, if you have any question, please kindly raise your hand so I can call on you, and then a speaker can actually answer your question before we call it a day. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, questions? Do we have anyone with questions? Questions? If you have questions, like Mrs. Fadare, I don't know if you're still on the call. You dropped a question the other time. Mrs. Fadare. Mrs. Fadare. If you're still on the call, please, you can ask your question right now. Mrs. Fadare. All right. Mrs. Fadere, if you can type your question. Your network is bad. Your network is bad. I can hear you, Mrs. Fadere. If you can type your question, kindly type it in the comments. Okay. Okay, Mrs. Fadere, I need you to calm down. and hear what I'm saying. Okay, Mrs. Father, I'm sorry. I'm going to mute you. We can't hear you properly. Kindly drop your question in the chat. All right. Anna Adini, please over to you. Ask your question. Mrs. Fadere, your network is bad. We can't hear you. Kindly drop your question in the chat. Thank you. Anna Adini, over to you.
Good evening. Sorry, good afternoon.
Good
And I want
afternoon.
to first of all thank you and the speaker for the session. And my question is, when creating a Wikipedia article, I find a reliable sources like reference and the rest. Can you, as in, copy the person's photo from the internet, put it on Wiki Common, and then use it on the Wikipedia, like the info box and the rest?
Okay, our speaker would answer that. Before our speaker answers the question, please, Mr. Melody, can you kindly drop the link to the presentation in the chat? Some of our participants are requesting for it. We're also going to be sharing it on the Africa Wiki Women WhatsApp group. But please kindly help us drop it here right now. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Melody, are you there? Please kindly
Yes.
answer Anna's question.
Yes. Okay. For the issue of photo, the issue of photo, I'm sure you know what copyright is. I'm sure you know what a copyright is, and you and I know that you don't have the copyright to the person's image, except the image has already been uploaded on Commons using a particular copyright. If it has not been uploaded like that, then you cannot upload such image without the person in the image releasing the copyrights of that particular image. You cannot just go to the person's Facebook page and then download their photo and upload them to Commons. In fact, that's another issue entirely that maybe our moderators will bring a trainer for that some other time. But it's particularly a different issue, the use of images, copyrights, and all of that. But the short answer is if the image is not already uploaded on Wikimedia Commons or Wikipedia, and you don't have the person's express permission, maybe written permission or whatever to use that particular image, then you should not use the image. It's going to be a copyright violation and you can be blocked for it. Actually, I, I had that experience sometime in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. I uploaded the images of different people. I went to their Facebook page, downloaded images, and I started uploading. And I almost got blocked. If not for timely intervention, images were deleted. And I was asking, why would you delete my image? The image I uploaded, I was saying they were biased, but until my eyes were opened and someone explained to me better that I cannot use those images because of copyright violations. But if it is an image that you took yourself, many of the images I uploaded on Commons are images that I took myself. If it's an image that you took of the person by yourself, then sure, yes, you can use that. So
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Melody. Please kindly drop the link to your presentation slide in the comment. Some of the participants are requesting for it, and I'll get it from you later so I can also share on the Africa Wiki Women WhatsApp group. Okay, so we have another question, which is going to be the last question for today. Ramalan is asking, I'm thinking it's what he or she's trying to say is, why can't we use the Wikipedia link as a reference link? Why can't we use Wikipedia as a source on Wikipedia? Okay, Chisom and the other person, the link to the presentation is now in the chat. You can find it there.
So please come again with that last question. I didn't get it.
Okay. So yeah, so the person is saying, why can't we use Wikipedia as a source on Wikipedia? Like, maybe get a link, a Wikipedia link, and then use it in another article on Wikipedia as a source or a reference on Wikipedia.
Yes, you cannot use Wikipedia as a source because Wikipedia is a tertiary source. Now we have three lists of sources. We have three lists of sources. Number one is primary source. Number two is secondary source. Number three is tertiary source. Primary source is primary source are those sources that are closely related to the subject. For instance, their LinkedIn profile, their Facebook profile, a link to their Twitter accounts, that's their X handle, their websites, business websites, all of that, all of those are primary sources. Then when you come to secondary sources, these are what we should and we must use. Secondary sources are sources that are published by other people. It means that this person is independent of the source. This person does not have any affiliation whatsoever to that particular source. So it is secondary source, and that is what we must use. And we have tertiary Wikipedia, Britannia, whatever what the name is, because Wikipedia is a tertiary source that summarizes information, and it does not create original, independently verifiable evidence. So you cannot use Wikipedia to cite anything, like to cite an article on Wikipedia, because information changes every now and then on Wikipedia based on um, reliable sources as a source on Wikipedia. Please, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes. So I think I've answered that question. Or is the person not qualified yet?
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. I guess okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Melody, for today. Thank you for honoring our invitation. And thank you to our participants as well. Thank you for staying through. We exceeded our time, and you all still stayed regardless. Thank you so much for your time. We do not take it for granted. We appreciate your efforts, and we look forward to the articles you all are going to be creating, expanding, and translating. Thank you, everyone. Do not forget to follow Africa Wiki Women across all social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on Spotify. It's Africa Wiki Women Voices podcast. Thank you very much for joining today, and do have a lovely Sunday and weekend. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye. Yeah.